Understanding misrepresentation, definition, types, and implications. Misrepresentation is a critical legal concept in contract law that can significantly influence the validity of agreements between parties. This article delves into what misrepresentation entails, its types, how it can void contracts, and its implications in various sectors such as real estate and finance. What is misrepresentation? At its core, a misrepresentation is a false statement regarding a material fact made by one party that influences another party's decision to enter into a contract. When discovered, a misrepresentation can render a contract void, allowing the impacted party the opportunity to seek damages. Key takeaways. Nature of misrepresentation. Misrepresentations involve false statements related to factual matters that influence contract decisions, not opinions or predictions. Legal ramifications. Depending on the nature of the misrepresentation, parties may void contracts or pursue legal action for damages. Types of misrepresentations. There are three main categories: innocent, negligent, and fraudulent misrepresentations, each with distinct remedies. How misrepresentation works. Misrepresentation applies strictly to statements of fact. For example, consider a case where a car seller misrepresents the mileage. If the buyer later discovers that the car has significantly more wear and tear than claimed, they may have legal grounds to pursue the seller. In more complex transactions, like mergers and acquisitions or credit agreements, a misrepresentation can be severe enough to trigger defaults or breaches of contract, leading to costly implications. Special considerations. In certain relationships, notably fiduciary ones, misrepresentation may arise through omission. This occurs when a fiduciary neglects to disclose material facts, thus misleading the other party. Moreover, an obligation also exists to update previously made statements that later prove to be false. Types of misrepresentations. Understanding the different types of misrepresentation is crucial as they carry varying legal consequences. 1. Innocent misrepresentation. Definition. This type entails a false statement made by a party who was genuinely unaware that it was untrue. Example. A seller mistakenly informs a buyer that planning permission exists for nearby development, leading the buyer to make a purchase based on incorrect information. The consequence is typically rescission or contract cancellation. 2. Negligent misrepresentation. Definition. This occurs when a party makes a statement without verifying its truthfulness, falling short of the duty to exercise reasonable care. Example. If a real estate agent claims that a property has recently renovated roofing without checking the facts, the buyers may have grounds to claim damages if the roof requires significant repairs after the purchase. 3. Fraudulent misrepresentation. Definition. This represents a false statement made with the knowledge that it is untrue or with reckless disregard for its accuracy, aimed at inducing the other party to enter a contract. Example. A seller advertises a car with a falsely low mileage reading, manipulating the odometer to make the car appear less used. The buyer can rescind the contract and pursue damages. How to prove misrepresentation. To hold a party accountable for misrepresentation, certain criteria must be met. 1. A representation was made. 2. The representation was false. 3. The defendant knew it was false or made it recklessly. 4. The representation was made intending that the other party rely on it. 5. The aggrieved party did rely on the false representation. 6. The aggrieved party suffered harm due to reliance on the false representation. A plaintiff must satisfy all 6 conditions to succeed in a misrepresentation case. Misrepresented financial statements. Misrepresentations are not limited to individual transactions, they can also occur at the organizational level, particularly in financial statements. When inaccuracies are introduced, whether intentionally or through negligence, various stakeholders can be adversely impacted. Investors. Misstatements can misguide investors about a company's performance, leading to potential losses when the truth emerges. Creditors. banks and lenders assess creditworthiness based on financial statements. Inaccuracies can lead to misguided lending decisions. Regulators, regulatory bodies monitor compliance. Findings of misrepresentation can undermine market integrity and public trust. Consumers, even those without financial stakes, may choose to distance themselves from a company found guilty of misleading practices. Auditors' role in preventing misrepresentation. Auditors serve a vital function in preventing misrepresentation by thoroughly reviewing financial reports to ensure adherence to accounting standards. They employ a variety of procedures to detect inaccuracies and are responsible for reporting findings to management and, if necessary, regulatory authorities. Recent example of misrepresentation. A high-profile case illustrates the real-world implications of misrepresentation. In 2022, Elon Musk attempted to purchase X platform, formerly Twitter, but later claimed he was misled about the number of active users, an assertion that led to a legal battle. This case highlights the complexities and stakes involved in misrepresentations in the tech and business arenas. Conclusion. Misrepresentation is a significant legal concept that has far-reaching implications in many domains. Recognizing the types of misrepresentations, understanding their legal consequences, and implementing practices to prevent them are essential for all parties involved in contractual agreements. Whether in personal transactions or corporate financial reporting, the integrity of information is crucial to maintain trust and transparency.